It's very difficult. I think it was harder back in the day, you know, because really you had the training to do. You had one assistant. You had no coach, no fitness coaches then. So I would have to look at videos. I'd have to scout. I'd have to train, keep myself fit, and play. And I think as a player manager, you have to affect the game. You have to be good enough to actually get in that starting team. If not, there's going to be problems you're going to have. And if you can affect the game in a positive way, then that's your first port of call. You can't take somebody's place just for the sake of it. And at Swindon, it worked really well. I went to Chelsea and started the first 2 years. That was tougher. Obviously a bigger profile, that was much tougher, and you start getting a few knocks and whatever. But no, I think Vincent's probably at the moment, because it hasn't started too well, maybe he's doing the right thing. Something has to change, so I think he's handing over the management, if you like, on match day, to Simon on the match day.
Glenn, just intrigued there, like, what were the dynamics at half-time in the team talks? Because obviously as a player, when you come in, you sit down, the management staff go away into a different room, then they come in and they do the talk. Whereas as a player, is it done straight away? What was it done back then?
The first thing was for me to get my breath back and have 5 minutes with Johnny Gorman, my assistant, and he would see it from their side. It was good because when you're in a game, you see it completely different. He's seeing it from the side, like you do as a manager when you can't play, and then I would see it and we'd have a discussion, get my breath back, and then we'd go in, and John would do the talk at half-time. I would then have my input, and then we'd have a feedback from the players. So that's how we used to work it, but it wasn't easy. Then the second half, John would make all the decisions. In the second half, there's nothing I can do. I'm on the pitch, and as long as he didn't take me off, John would make the decisions on substitutes and whatever. So that's how we worked.
Glenn, you were the best player at Swindon, so you always picked yourself. Tom was saying he's not going to give anything away there at Melton. Alan Curbishley said when he was player coach at Charlton that he knew straight away he had to get the players on side and they had to be having him right from the off. How difficult is that when you're a player and you go into that coaching role to kind of get the respect of the other players around you straight away?
Yeah, you do it in training. You can actually get more across the tactical side. Plus, you've then got to play yourself. And if, as I said, you've got to affect the game in a very positive way. Every training session for me was like a match. I had to put myself under that pressure to actually perform and make sure that no player could come up and say to John, what's he doing picking himself? You have to have that effect in a positive way on the team. And slowly but surely at Chelsea, I knew I had a calf problem, whatever. And I made the decision, no, I'm going to pack it in because I couldn't affect it as I wanted to.